What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carney over here. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. I'm here with the one, the only, from Toronto, the Star Raptors, Jolts of the Token Minorities.
How's it going, guys? Jolt here from the Token Minorities, and I'm happy to be here with my good pal Carney. Sounds like the interviews have been going pretty well so far, so happy to be here for mine.
Yeah, so far so great, and we are going to get into the Carney question of the day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Okay, so Jolts, the people have to know. Okay, the people must know. The people want to know. Is the only reason why you like Talonflame is because you're a ginger?
Yes, that's exactly the reason why I like No, I'm just kidding. Talonflame is, I think, really good. This gen, just mainly because of its speed. Like, even without Gale Wings, like, its speed stat makes it usable. And just look across your league, whoever's watching this video, look across your league and tell me how many Talonflame counters they have, because I guarantee they have one or less. So yeah, T-Flame is still really good because it's fast and strong, and no one really drafts bird checks anymore since it's not really like a top tier threat. So T-Flame is good. I also like it because it's ginger though, so you got that right.
And also the person watching this video, look across your league. Whoever has Cradilly is gonna win that league. So, are you guys ready for the team breakdown of this? Okay, so Jolt, you drafted Jirachi, Terrakion, Crobat for the win. Rotom, my wash, the god, the superior Pokemon, the Cofagrigus, the I'm so good draw, Aromatisse, Swampert, Zangoose, and last but not least, a surprise pick, something that's not ginger, Mega Doom. So what was your process of going through and, just picking out these mons?
Yeah, so the whole team is built around the Mega Houndoom, and there's a couple thought processes that I was working with when building this team. One was to abuse the fact that speed tiers are insanely important this gen, like I was talking about already with Talonflame. So you see throughout the draft that a lot of the Pokemon are base 100 speed or higher, or at the very least like base 80 and higher, which I think 80 is pretty much the bottom threshold for a usable offensive Pokemon. So you'll see, I think, I'm looking through right now, only Aromatisse and Cofag have base speeds below 80, so everything is really fast. And on top of that, everything on this team, almost everything on this team, with the exceptions being, yes, you're right. So 3 things, correct. But what I was going to say is almost everything on this team that resembles more of a defensive role can also be used offensively, which I think is also really key. This gen, with it being so hyper offensive, you have to be able to bring offense at any time, because there's so many threats, and it's simply impossible, in my opinion, to build like fat balanced teams, even semi-stall, which I tried in the PPL. It didn't work too well. But yeah, so it's built around the concept of speed tiers, as well as having Pokemon that can be used both offensively and defensively. Nothing that's one-dimensional, especially for the defensive mons at least, because passive Pokemon simply just aren't good this gen, in my opinion. The only exception maybe being Toxapex, but that's just because it's stupid fat. But the other... no.
Okay.
The other big component here of this draft is the sun, and there isn't a drought Pokemon on my team. That's pretty obvious. But there are a variety of things on this team that can use Sunny Day, which obviously powers up Mega Houndoom having the solar power abilities. So there are some hidden gems throughout this particular draft. Like, the mons selected were pretty specifically selected because of their ability to set Sunny Day, and that will certainly aid Mega Houndoom and allow it to be the fullest threat that it could possibly be. As just for a fun fact for my upcoming week 1 against Trev, Mega Houndoom can Oko Oblisia +2 after rocks if the sun is up. So yep, Mega Houndoom is a threat for sure, and it's pretty fun to be able to build around it. But that's the general idea with it, just speed, controlling the speed tiers, as well as building a little bit of a sun core. So yeah.
Yeah, he tells his secret in an interview, Jolt, the god, the master. So let's talk about your grass type. Okay, it's not a Carney interview about talking about your grass type. So we're gonna talk about your grass type here. So you have Superior, one of my favorite grass types. It's very viable in mono grass. I mean, if anyone says it's not, I will come and find you and tickle your dog. Yeah, be scared. All right, so it's really good.
Where I thought that was going.
So like, Jolt, when drafting this mod, okay? I just want you to think about this set, okay? You run Overgrowth, Coil, Slam, Leaf Blade.
Why Slam?
Because you gotta use that accuracy for something now, okay? I mean, it does get knockoff, so you can. How about Slam/knockoff? There you go.
Does it not get any other physical move that has a reduction in accuracy? Does it get like Dragon Tail? It has a tail.
It has a tail. I don't believe so. I know that Lady Snake, which is Milotic gets it. Yeah, Milotic gets it. But Superior, I don't believe Superior.
I really think Serp should. I would never run Slam on Serp.
Come on now. You just think about it.
I could justify Coil, but like, doesn't it get Natural Gift? I think it gets Natural Gift. I would rather run Natural Gift.
Yes, it does get Natural Gift, but that means you have to use.
It also gets SDs. So why wouldn't I run SD instead of Coil?
Oh, because the defense boost. Come on now, this is a viable monotype set now. Okay, I mean. Not.
It is.
Yes, at low ladder.
I want you to show me after this interview. I want you to show me a replay of someone using this.
At low ladder.
And it better not be low ladder.
At low ladder is a viable. Okay, it also gets Aquatail.
Okay, Carney, I believe you.
It gets Aquatail too, man. Like, what's the switch-ins, man? What's the switch-ins? So fire type can't switch into this. Whatever. Just think about that set, man. Okay, I want you to think about it. If you're going against a fire type that looks like it's gonna give you some trouble, just remember Superior gets Aquatail. Call it a day.
Oh, it does get Aquatail. There we go.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. It also does get Dragon.
Yeah, I can respect the Aquatail Leaf Blade coverage. That's okay.
Yeah. With the Coil for the
with the Coil, and maybe like if it gets Dragon Tail as well to hit the dragons, that'd be pretty good.
No. You run Outrage for that. You run Outrage.
Let's get Outrage. I forgot about that. There we go. We have a set.
There we go.
Yeah, we can agree on
there
this.
We go.
Let's do it.
There we go.
Week 1, Trev, look out.
There we go. All right. So let's head over to your Twitter questions. Okay, so guys, remember your Twitter questions. Basically, we've been tweeting these out the week of when I'm recording these, and yeah. So if you guys want to hop on this Twitter question train, just make sure to go follow the NPL Twitter. Link to that will be in the description down below, and then you guys can comment whatever you want to comment. But here we go. The first question comes from @DonFanatic. He asked, "Was the quality of competitors in PPL better, worse, or as expected?"
Yeah, so for those of you who may not already be familiar with this, I was playing in the PPL in the off-season between this NPL season and the previous one. And going into it, I did think that the competition level was strong there. That's why I wanted to join the league. I thought it was overall going to be a solid challenge. It definitely proved to be tougher than I expected it to be. I feel like part of that came from my draft not being fantastic, but I did feel like I got challenged in every game, which was what I wanted. So at the very least, it was as expected, but I do think it was a little bit stronger than I expected. So shout out to Jack for letting me join. It was fun.
All right. So here comes a very stronger question here, and it comes from @LeBron James or Games. Excuse me, @LeBron Games or LeJohn Games. I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name here. Look. There's a thumbs up. Good job. All right, I love you, man.
Just call him LeBron James.
Okay. Are you my dad? Joe.
I'm sorry. I hate to break this to you, but you're adopted. Sorry to say.
Everybody knows that Jolt is a mama, not a father. All right. So, and our last question is gonna come from @Chain9893. So his question is broken down to two different things. Okay, one, is he asks, will you have my babies? And the second part of this question is, what is the process of getting into the NPL minors? I only picked this one because of the second question, but the first part, we all want to know, will you have his babies?
My door is open.
All right, so
in all seriousness, I'll answer the second question more seriously. But how do you get in the NPL minors? So what I tell people first and foremost is to directly express your interest in the NPL minors if that's something you're interested in, because if we don't directly know that you are interested, then it's harder to be thinking of considering you for one of those spots. But basically, I tend to have people tell the minors commissioner Trev directly when they have interest in minors, just because he is the one that basically presents to me who the final batch of candidates are, and then we discuss them as leaders before we let people in. So there's that. It would also be good to basically prove yourself as a good battler on a larger stage, whether that be through tournaments, through other leagues. Just having a way of demonstrating your abilities is also pretty important. So so basically prove yourself as a strong battler, and then make sure that we are aware of your interest, and those are the two most important components for being considered for a minors position. But they are in pretty high demand these days, which is both a blessing and a curse, as there's a lot of people who we would love to have in the NPL system, but obviously can't have spots for everybody with only the 16 slots in the minors as well as 16 in the majors. So I hope that answers the question pretty well.
Yeah, so too long didn't watch, suck up, show that you can play good, and we might consider you kid. All right, so are you ready, Jolt, for the almost last but not final question?
Sure.
So
lay it on me.
So Jolt, coach of those Toronto Raptors, the ginger himself, the crow to the bat master, are you going to at least make playoffs in this NPL season?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can do it. The team is a little unconventional, but that's kind of how I draft. I think it has a lot of good matchups. I feel like it has more good matchups than my team last season did. I felt like my team last season was very, I don't know, it had really good synergy, but I rarely had good matchups. It was usually just even matchups. And this time around, I think I have a lot more good matchups just from looking at it initially. So having good matchups definitely helps in picking up wins. Despite the fact that this league is crazy hard, I think there's a pretty good chance that I can make it. Yeah, the conference is also pretty tough, so I'm going to have to be on my game. But you know what? We're going to make it.
Alrighty, I guess that's going to conclude our interview. So yeah, Jolt, before we say goodbye, is there one thing you want to tell the people before I cut you off and say you're done?
Well, make sure to support the Toronto Star Raptors this
All right,
season.
guys.
We
So
do also have a
just kidding.
fan. No, don't do this to me. Go. We also do have a fan server that, just in case you aren't already familiar with that, you can see, I believe, a link to it on the Twitter. It should be a pinned message on the Twitter, or I think a lot of you have me on Discord. You can just ask me there if you want to have access to the fan server. But yeah, that's about it. You should support the Toronto Star Raptors there if you're not already doing that. So that's all I have to say.
All right, and that's going to be the end of it. Also, link to that might be in the description down below if I remember. Carney, remember, okay? This is my little editing.
Carney,
yeah, it's my little editing, remember. You know, it's like when someone claps to start a scene, and that's just me going, Carney, remember. So, that's going to be ending out our interview with Jolt of the Token Minorities. Everybody, do wish him a happy birthday on the 9th of July, I believe. I believe that's correctly your birthday. And yeah, support yours Toronto Star Raptors and or anybody else that is the Toronto Star Raptors. But until next time, Poke fans, this is your boy Carney Hobo signing off. Goodbye.
Bye.